Stop scrolling right now, because what I'm about to reveal will directly impact millions of Social Security recipients across America. Just minutes ago, the October 2025 Social Security payment schedule was officially released. And yes, rumors of double checks are now confirmed. But here's the shocking twist. Not everyone will qualify, and the rules are far more complicated than most people think. Could you be on the list? Or will you miss out entirely? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where you stand. According to the Social Security Administration's official October 2025 release, a financial shakeup is on the horizon for millions of Americans, retirees, disabled individuals, and SSI recipients alike. At first glance, the payment calendar looks unchanged, with the same staggered dates. Those with birthdays from the 1st to the 10th will see their deposits on the 2nd Wednesday, those born between the 11th and 20th on the 3rd Wednesday, and everyone else with birthdays from the 21st to the 31st on the 4th Wednesday. It all appears routine, just another month of Social Security as usual. But behind this seemingly ordinary schedule lies a twist that could leave some households feeling like they've hit the jackpot, while others may unknowingly stumble into a budgeting trap. Here's the catch, and it's a big one. October isn't just another month. It's a rare outlier in the Social Security system because of how the calendar aligns with payment cycles. This month, certain beneficiaries will actually receive 2 checks instead of 1, their regular October payment and an early disbursement meant for November. For families living paycheck to paycheck, this double deposit can feel like a lifeline dropped from the sky, a sudden rush of relief in the midst of rising costs. But don't be fooled. History shows this scenario has only occurred a handful of times in the past decade, and while it looks like a blessing, it comes with hidden consequences. That second check is not a bonus. It's borrowed time, and for those who don't prepare, November could arrive with a financial drought just as quickly as October brought abundance. SSA Payment Calendar 2025, Social Security Administration. Here's where the real mystery begins, the so-called double check. Millions of Americans are scratching their heads wondering, who actually qualifies for this windfall? The shocking answer may surprise you. It isn't everyone. The Social Security Administration has confirmed that SSI recipients are the primary group in line for 2 payments this October, the first landing on October 1st, and the second sneaking in on October 31st. Why 2 checks in 1 month? Because November 1st falls on a weekend, the system pushes the payment forward. But notice the precision here. Retirees under regular Social Security, whether SSDI or standard retirement benefits, won't see this doubling. For them, the schedule continues like clockwork. 1 payment, once a month, nothing more. Already, confusion is brewing, and the truth is more complicated than the headlines suggest. And here's the twist that most people miss. This so-called extra payment isn't extra at all. It's not a bonus, not a government giveaway, not a sudden act of generosity. It's just an early delivery of November's money. Yet survey data reveals something almost unbelievable. 68% of seniors genuinely believe they've received a bonus when this happens. Imagine the ripple effects of that misunderstanding. Some rush to spend it, celebrating what they think is a reward, only to find November painfully empty. Others fall into budgeting traps, believing the system is giving them more than it truly is. That's the hidden danger of the double check. It creates a false sense of financial security, a mirage that can vanish before you realize what's happened. Data source National Council on Aging, NCOA, survey, real-life example, Meet John. And now, let me introduce you to someone who's living through this exact situation. Meet John, a 72-year-old retiree from Ohio. When I first heard I was getting 2 checks in October, I thought, finally, some relief. I planned to use the extra money to cover my heating bills before winter. But then I realized it wasn't really extra. It was November's payment coming early. That meant November would feel like a drought. I had to budget carefully, or else by Thanksgiving I'd have nothing left. John's story is not unique. In fact, millions of retirees face the same budgeting challenge every time this double payment occurs. Financial advisors warn, treat the second check as if it belongs to the following month, or risk falling into a dangerous cash shortfall. Resource AARP Financial Planning Tips for Seniors. Now, let's pull the curtain back and really zoom out, because this so-called double-check phenomenon is far more deceptive than it looks. The Social Security system wasn't built for today's reality. It was designed decades ago, in a time when a loaf of bread cost pennies, medical bills weren't crushing families, and seniors could stretch their dollars much further. Fast forward to 2025, and the same system is trying to support retirees in a world of skyrocketing inflation, rising healthcare premiums, and living costs that are breaking records. No wonder people are left scratching their heads. When the calendar gifts them a second check, it feels like a miracle. But in truth, it's a fragile illusion. Think about this. Nearly 40% of retirees admit Social Security is their only source of income. The average monthly benefit in 2025 sits at just $119.07, according to the SSA. But here's the gut punch. Seniors are facing monthly expenses that often exceed $2,500 just to cover the basics: housing, food, and medication. Do the math, and you'll see the gap that no double-check month can ever truly fill. That second payment might arrive like a lifeline, but it doesn't erase the brutal reality that millions of older Americans are still struggling to keep their heads above water. What looks like relief is, in fact, a reminder of just how deep the financial cracks in the system run. But wait, October's surprises don't end with the double checks. This month also carries a hidden twist that could change the financial future of every retiree: the COLA announcement. For 2025, experts predict only a 3.2% increase, a fraction compared to the jaw-dropping 8.7% hike of 2023. On paper, that sounds like a win, right? More money in your pocket. But let's break it down. If you're a retiree living on the average benefit of $1,900 per month, you're looking at just $60 extra starting January 2026. $60. Not even enough to cover a single trip to the grocery store for most families. And here's the kicker: that $60 boost is already being swallowed alive before it even hits your account. Why? Because Medicare premiums are set to climb by $15 to $20 per month, erasing almost the entire adjustment. Think about it. Washington will proudly announce a pay raise, but when the dust settles, most retirees won't feel a difference at all. It's like being handed an umbrella in the middle of a hurricane. Technically helpful, but practically useless. So yes, October might give you 2 checks, but when it comes to long-term relief, the COLA news is more of a cold splash of reality than a lifeline. Let's bring in another voice. Maria, a 68-year-old widow from Florida. Maria's story, in her words: "When I saw 2 deposits in my account, I thought it was a blessing. But by mid-November, I was scraping by. I had to borrow money from my daughter just to cover my prescriptions. Nobody explained that this wasn't a bonus. It was just an early payment. It felt like the system played a cruel trick on me." Maria's struggle highlights why financial literacy for seniors is more critical than ever. Without clear guidance, many retirees make short-term decisions that hurt them in the long run. Resource: National Institute on Retirement Security. So here's the million-dollar question. If 2 checks land in your account this October, what's your next move? Before you rush out to spend it, stop and think, because this isn't a bonus, it's a test of survival. The Social Security system is quietly shifting money forward, and it's up to you to outsmart the calendar. That means treating the second check as if it doesn't even exist until November. Budget it wisely, hide it if you must, because come mid-November, when bills start piling up and your account looks dangerously empty, that early deposit will be the only thing standing between security and a financial crisis. Here's how you stay one step ahead. Track your benefits like a hawk through the official MySSA portal, where exact payment dates are revealed. Don't go it alone. Organizations like AARP and NCOA provide free advice to help seniors dodge these cash flow traps. And most importantly, plan ahead, because this calendar trick isn't a one-time event. It happens again and again. Think of it like a stress test. The system isn't handing you free money. It's checking if you can manage timing. Fail the test and you risk falling short. Pass it, and you gain control, peace of mind, and a financial safety net others will envy. And here's the chilling final warning. October 2025 won't just be another month. It will be remembered as one of the most confusing and deceptive months in Social Security's history. Yes, double checks are coming, and millions will see that extra deposit land in their accounts. But before you celebrate, let me tell you this. The system isn't suddenly showering you with free money. No, it's moving the pieces on the board, shifting your November payment forward into October. What feels like a blessing now could easily turn into a trap later, leaving many seniors blindsided when the next month arrives with nothing new in their accounts. Picture this. October arrives. And it feels like an unexpected holiday. 2 checks land in your account, and for a moment, life feels lighter. The fridge is full, bills get paid early, and there's even room for small luxuries you've been putting off. It feels like a gift from the system, like someone finally remembered how hard you've worked all your life. But beneath that feeling of relief lies a ticking clock. Because what most don't realize is that this isn't extra money, it's simply next month's payment arriving early. And when the calendar flips to November, the storm begins to brew. By mid-November, reality hits like a cold wind. The cupboards that once looked full are now bare. Medical prescriptions need refills, rent is due, and suddenly, there's no check waiting to catch you. Thousands of seniors across America fall into this very trap every year, mistaking the illusion of double checks for a bonus. Financial experts warn this gap isn't just inconvenient, it's dangerous. It pushes people into borrowing money at high interest, delaying crucial medications, or even risking eviction. The truth is brutal but clear. October's double payment isn't a gift. It's a test of endurance. And only those who budget wisely will survive the financial drought that follows. Now, it's over to you. If this message has opened your eyes, don't scroll away without taking action. Smash that like button to help push this warning to more people. Hit subscribe so you never miss another life-changing update. And most importantly, share this video right now with your parents, grandparents, neighbors, or anyone who depends on Social Security. Their financial survival could hinge on this knowledge. And finally, tell us your story in the comments. Have you ever been caught off guard by a double check month? Did it feel like a blessing or a curse? Your words could save someone else from making a costly mistake. This video is for informational purposes only and does not provide financial, legal, or tax advice. Viewers should consult with a qualified professional regarding their specific situation.